Hello, welcome to our interview. My name is Destino Mondragon. I am a local electronic pop artist, and today I'm going to be joined by one of the vibrant vocal vixens of Retrofette, Sean.
Hey, thanks for having me. Um, yeah, excited to be here and have a fun conversation. See what's up.
Yeah, same. It's going to be super exciting. Um, I guess to start off, how are you doing? How's it going?
It's good. Yeah, I feel like it's been a crazy into the summer, and the fall's looking pretty crazy. We got a couple shows lined up, and we have some new music coming out. So it's been like just a scramble, mad dash to the end of this right now.
That's exciting. That sounds super fun.
What
Um,
about you? How have you been?
I've been good. It's been a hectic September full of shows and fun awesomeness. I got to perform at my first music festival, so that was pretty cool. But
Nice, yeah.
yeah, for real. Do you think you could tell me a little bit about who and what Retrofette is?
Yeah, so Retrofette, it's me and my three friends. It's also electro pop, synth pop sort of category. So we dive well in that area. Um, and yeah, it's the three of us play synthesizers, and the fourth person is a drummer. And the whole kind of ethos behind Retrofette is to dance dance your little butt off to uh I don't know, a lot of the lyrics end up being more on the like depressing or like emotionally, or what am I trying to say? I write a lot of lyrics about like mental health, my mental health journey. So it's a lot of like trying to make people dance to the problems that they're experiencing in their life.
I like that. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's relevant and relatable. So, oh yeah, I love that.
Try to keep
Wait,
it
you
that way.
said you're in. It's three other people in the group. Can you tell me a little bit about like how you guys met and who they are?
Yeah, absolutely. So the group has started with me and my buddy Xavier. Xavier and we met in college, where we both played jazz saxophone. So kind of like took a total 360 and started picking up some synthesizers and kind of loving the synth pop thing. And then kind of throughout the years, and throughout like being in the Denver music scene, um, I played with a bunch of different groups, and the lineup kind of found its way to us from those groups. So I played with Ben and Dylan. So Ben's another synthesizer player. Dylan is the drummer in a like massive soul group that was it was like 30 members at one point. Had like a full
Whoa.
chorus. Yeah, it's the craziest band I've ever been in, and I miss them very much. Uh, but yeah, I met them through that, and they kind of rounded out the lineup, and it's been the same for almost 5 years now.
Wow, that sounds so dope.
Yeah.
How'd you guys come up with the name Retrofette?
Retrofette. It's I took French in high school, so fete actually means party in French. So it's just retro party is the name
That's
of
dope.
it.
That's fun. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
and we definitely like Americanized the spelling of fete.
Hmm.
um, but yeah, that's where it comes from.
That's dope. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I guess could you elaborate more on like how you started making music and how you started making music? What got you into it?
Yeah. Man, my first band ever was in high school, and it was like just a bunch of high school buddies, and we were all kind of crappy at our instruments, and I played guitar in that band. And but it was just like so joyful coming together. Everyone, we wrote songs together. We kind of rehearsals were like really just like 6 hours of us hanging out and like shooting the crap. Uh and that kind of like instilled the love of music in me, and that's where I started writing music. And I kind of never stopped writing music from there. Eventually in college, James Blake's first album came out, and I remember seeing a video of him playing a Prophet 8, and just like that was kind of it for me. I was like, synthesizers are the future. Let's do this.
Yes.
Electronic music. And since then, I kind of gravitated more towards dance music and house music, and kind of found my path through there to Retrofette. That kind of became the building blocks of what Retrofette is.
That's awesome. Wait, you're talking about all the synthesizers. How many synthesizers do you own?
Oh man, I actually don't have that many for like synth geek.
They're expensive.
They are expensive, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I've been talking to this dude right now who has like, his collection is in the hundreds, and he's collected synths from that like Depeche Mode used on records and stuff like that. So I'm a little embarrassed but I have, my arsenal is I have my Prophet 08 that I got because of James Blake. I have a little Korg. I have a micro Korg and a Korg monologue, or mini log, sorry. And then I have a drum machine and a sampler, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. You don't need that much gear to make really good music. Like, you guys have really good music.
Thank you.
Bro, one of
I
my
appreciate
favorite
it.
songs is definitely Lover in Japan. I have that one on like 2 or 3 of my playlists. So yes. Do you guys have any? Do you have any songs that are inspiring you right now that you're playing on repeat in your playlists?
Oh my god, there's always something. I've been super obsessed with this band Tiger and Woods recently. And which is like the funniest name ever. They're an Italian like kind of house group, and just the way that they use samples in this like really cool way, where they just like chop it up and they repeat them like ad nauseum until it like the samples of these vocal samples kind of just become part of the beat, become like drum instruments almost. And I like freaking love it more than anything. So I've been using a lot more because of that I got the sampler, and I've been using a lot more samples in our music recently.
That's awesome. Oh yeah. Do you like recording your own samples?
Yeah, definitely. I've been lifting some stuff off of like very old. I have this like Mambo record that I really love, and this singer's crazy. She does all sorts of like. There's one track on it where she just like mimics animal noises with her voice. And so like I just trying to lift a lot of those little samples. They're kind of like weird sounds that you can just kind of sparkle into different places, and
that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, so some of that, and then definitely just like hitting pots and pans and stuff and pitching them up and down and seeing what sounds good. I think like sampling, like you can get as creative as you want with it. It's kind of like synth tones. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, outside of like musical artists that inspire you, what are some things in like everyday life that inspire you in your art?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've been really into biking lately. So since COVID stopped, I started working from home, which has been like kind of a funny trip. I was working outside mostly before that, during COVID, and so like I like did the opposite. COVID's not over, but like now that the world's like more opened up, I've like closed off a little bit more. So I've been going on bike rides like basically every day just to get outside, be in the air, and from that, just that's where I do a lot of my listening. And I don't think there's anything really better than like kind of like getting your heart rate up, moving your body, getting a little bit of exercise, and then like, you know, doing that to music that you really love. So that's been a big thing for me lately.
That's good. That's dope.
Yeah.
So, would you say your 16-year-old self would enjoy listening to the music you make today?
I saw that question on, and like running up to this, and I don't think they like 16-year-old Sean would. I think 16-year-old Sean was like listening to like Blink 182 and like just pop punk, you know. All Time Low
Yeah,
was like my favorite band.
feeling your
Um,
angst.
yeah, totally. It's not yeah, exactly, and I feel like Retrofette is all about like love and dance and like let's do it like community. So I went from like, you know, Sum 41, Fat Lip to like, come on, let's do this together.
Right.
So I think, yeah, 16-year-old self would be like, well, this isn't it. Where's like the distortion and the guitars and the like heavy cymbals?
Right. That's
Yeah.
awesome, though. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know you guys are quite the seasoned performers. Do you think you could tell me where your top 3 favorite venues are in Denver or in Colorado?
Yes. Is that like venues to play or venues to see shows at?
Venues to play.
Venues to play. Cool.
Hmm.
High Dive is like my number one. And a lot of that has to do with like, you know, like 7 years ago, I think I went there every single night, and I knew the entire bar staff, and that was my home base. So the place still feels like home. We were super fortunate to do a film on the rocks once. It's
Whoa, that's cool.
yeah, it was. Yeah, and that experience, there's a reason Red Rocks is, you know, mythological
I bet that's
status.
crazy from the performer, like on the stage perspective. Like, whoa, I'm literally at Red Rocks right now performing for this crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, like, I mean, I think there's a moment of like kind of shell shock. It was sound check where, you know, the sound engineer asks you to step up to the mic and speak into it, you know, for your mic check,
Yes.
and then you hear your voice just boom out across the entire thing.
That's so cool.
It's very it's unnerving, but once you settle into it, you know, it's like every other performance, and it just feels really special. So that was incredible. And actually, the other one that I've loved, Retrofette hasn't played here, but I really want to. And so I've played there with another group years ago, and it's Mishawaka Amphitheater. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It's so if you go like to Fort Collins, you pass Fort Collins and go up into the mountains, and it's this beautiful little amphitheater that like there's a river that runs behind the stage. There's just amazing mountains behind it. It's very
Oh, wow.
beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of just like a very special, unique little place. So yeah, should go check out a show at Mishawaka at the Mish.
Yeah, yes, for real. Literally, though. That sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
it'd be a really good time.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, do you think you could tell me a little bit more about the 24-hour live stream concert?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm so excited to see you perform. It'll be my first time.
Yes,
Which,
I'm excited to be a part of it. Like, it's gonna be super fun.
yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, Destino will be performing at our second leg. Um, um, but yeah, it started out last year as kind of a live stream event. It's shifting to this in-person concept, where we won't be DJing for 24 hours straight, mostly because uh, from the hours of 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. last year. Me and Xavier, who's the other guy DJing for this, we're just kind of all by ourselves. And we
Damn.
did, yeah. And so it was just kind of like, okay, maybe we don't do this stretch next time. But yeah, so we're starting at Illegal Pete's on South Broadway. We'll be DJing there from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Directly from Illegal Pete's, we're gonna rush over to Ratio in Rhino area, and we're gonna DJ 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then next morning we get up bright and early and we DJ at the Broadway Roxy, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we'll do 24 hours over the course of like 36 hours.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. That sounds really fun though. I remember tuning in last year and being like, wow, they're really going in.
Yeah. The morning after. The morning after was kind of dark. There's a picture of me and Xavier a selfie we took in the morning, and both of us just look like little skeletons.
For real though, I couldn't go for 24 hours, but I mean, good on you for being able to.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad that I can say that I did it. Last year we had a Red Bull sponsorship, and that came in handy.
Nice, that's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, apart from like the actual format of the show, all the proceeds are going to Youth on Record, support their mission, and we have like all these cool raffle prizes lined up. We did a lot of giveaways last year, so we're keeping that on the docket. And I don't know. I think the most exciting thing to me this year is having you and a bunch of other young creatives there performing.
Yeah, for real. And thank you so much for giving other creatives a platform to share their art as well with you guys.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's such a no-brainer. It's, there's so many amazing artists that are like a product of Youth on, or have been a part of the Youth on Record experience and community. You gotta share them,
Exactly though, literally.
Yeah.
For real, I love that. Hell yeah. Well, speaking of which, why are you a music ambassador for Youth on Record?
Yeah, I think I was trying to reflect on this before. I mean, it's so easy to be a music ambassador for Youth on Record, because I mean, it's one of the few things we have in Denver to actually support up and coming artists. So, but like very specifically, I think the other thing that they're doing that's quite amazing is not only giving young creatives and young artists like a platform to develop their musician side, but also to develop their like professional side. I think, there's opportunities to work with Youth on Record after you graduate, and they never. This sounds like almost creepy, but they never let you go, but in a good way. Like they never let you just like, they're never like, okay, you're 21, you're too old, let's go. Yeah. It's a community that keeps building and growing, and I think that's the biggest thing is like finding these places in Denver where people are actually building music communities and supporting each other. So,
yeah, that's awesome. I resonate with that. I'm very appreciative of all the opportunities and experiences and connections that I've made through Youth on Record and all that they've done for the community that I'm a part of. So that's super awesome that you're an ambassador with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, not to put you on the spot, but if you wanted to talk more about, I don't know, like how you felt the community that Youth on Record has, I don't know, given you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I joined Youth on Record through the fellowship program. I was making music with a friend, and she was actually the one who reached out to me and was like, hey, I know of this really cool organization who's doing some really fun stuff in the city for young creatives and giving artists opportunities. We should like apply and do this program together. So we did, and we applied, and we joined, and I've had such a blast through Youth on Record. I feel like without them, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I've had as soon as I've had them. So
Mhm.
I'm very grateful.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Retrofette supports Youth on Record.
Yes, definitely, exactly.
Yeah. It's the
Oh yeah,
yeah. The personal stories are the best part, I think.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Some good connections there.
absolutely.
So, where do you think you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. Oh, man. This has been the theme of my year has been like, man, you got to plan things out a little bit better. um, it's yeah, I think I've always been kind of a in the moment person. So yeah, I'm like actually in the process of like, what is my 5 year plan right now? But I know a few things for sure. I'll still be making music. It's too much a part of my identity and too much um, a part of the things that that brings me joy. You
Yes,
know?
I know that's right.
Yeah. So music will be there. Community will be there. I think that's like the offshoot part of why music is so great is you get to be with other people that share that joy. Um, I hope biking will still be there. I've been really loving biking. But yeah, I think uh, Retrofette, hopefully by that time, will have released 2 more albums.
And plenty of
And
hits with them.
yeah, exactly. And they'll all have made your playlist at some point.
Yes, definitely.
That's all I want for the next 5 years. Keep getting on the Destino playlists.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Why not?
Well, along those lines, do you think when your time comes, is there anything you'd like to be remembered for?
Oh. Um yeah, what's your legacy gonna be, right? That's I think if I'm remembered as someone who was kind, gave more than they took, and tried to, you know, and contributed something to the music world artistically and creatively, um, I think I could be pretty satisfied on my little proverbial deathbed.
Yes.
Or actual deathbed, I guess.
Right. For real. I feel
Yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, well, I guess we're reaching the end of our interview. Is there anything
Mm-hmm.
else you'd like to share with us? Do you have any upcoming shows? You got any projects or something coming out? What do you want to
Oh,
share?
goodness gracious. So, October 22nd, gotta come hang at one of these places
Mm-hmm.
for the all-nighter. Of course. We're throwing a pretty awesome Halloween DJ party bash at Larimer Lounge on
Oh wait,
October
that's awesome.
30th. Yeah, it's gonna be very like culty themed.
Mhm.
Um, we have I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but we've bejeweled a ram's skull with like disco ball mirrors.
Oh wait, that's so
So
dope.
yeah, so we got like a ram skull disco ball, and that's gonna be kind of like the theme of the night. It's like this kind of culty disco thing.
Yes.
And then beyond that, we'll have our first single for our debut album will be coming out in December. So keep an eye out for that because uh, I've been sitting on this music way too long, and I'm just like I can't wait to share
That's
it with
exciting.
people. Yeah, I think it's some. I mean, I think it's our best music yet. It's a little more introspective and um, contemplative, maybe, but still like dancey and hopefully we'll get people moving.
Yes, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
So, what do you think? Oh, where can people find you online?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a great. I'm so bad at like self-plugging, so I appreciate that.
Yes.
Spotify is a great place for us. We released a single last year that's doing really well on Spotify right now. And that's Retrofette, Retrofette. But yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. You can check out our little website, retrofette.com. But yeah, I mean, the thing that I think helps artists the most right now is like finding us on Spotify, adding that song to a playlist, and pumping it out on repeat.
Yeah,
Get
for
those
real, literally
algorithms going.
just turn it up the lowest volume you can and then just have it on repeat all night while you sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Come on,
Stream Retrofette.
stream revenue.
Yeah, it's for real.
Let's do
Oh
it.
yeah. But
That's awesome.
yeah, thank you so much for joining me here today. Again, my name is Destino Mondragon. It was so nice to join you here today, Sean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't wait for our show on the 22nd.
hell yeah, can't wait. And if y'all haven't checked out Destino's music yet, get after it. You're sleeping.
Yes, and you can find me on Instagram at official Destino. That's Destino. Thank you.
Audience applause. Love it.